Atlanta.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen,
like
for joining.
and follow us on Facebook. Facebook.com/SIBN Atlanta News. And follow us on Twitter at Select USA TV. Now let's go right into the studios for today's news, announcements, and conversations.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for this edition of SIBN Atlanta. And cutting right to the chase, we have Shavannah Moore in the house. Shavannah, how are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. How are you, Marcus?
I'm doing good. We're going to get right to it. Shavannah Moore is responsible for the awesome program, soon to be a television program, we're praying, Divas in the Kitchen. Shavannah, talk a little bit about the vision.
Absolutely. Divas in the Kitchen originated from my catering company that I have located here in Raleigh, North Carolina. It was a matter of doing events, and everybody would always ask me, how do we stay looking so good? And we're in the kitchen all the time. They were always asking my team that. So I originally sat down with my team and my mentor, and I was like, look, I'm going to bring something to the community to show women that you don't have to have a certain look. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be a certain size, color, race, gender. Well, of course, gender, but you don't have to be like a certain size, color, or race to be a diva in the kitchen. So everybody was all for it. We launched our initial event last year, and it's just pretty much our way of giving back to the community, making women feel confident, empowering them, and letting them know that you too can be a diva in the kitchen, regardless of how you look on the outside or how you feel that you look. You can still be sexy and be in the kitchen.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to ask you next, is when you say divas in the kitchen, for those that are listening to this, what exactly do you mean? Because I would surmise that diva means something specific in this instance. What does it mean to the women that are listening?
It just means a strong woman that is confident in herself and empowered and does not mind being in the kitchen and looking good all at the same time. In this instance, that's what it means. And
is it fair to say that women who are divas are even more divified when they step into the kitchen?
Of course. Why not? That's when you look the best to me.
Yes. And also because society has said through a plethora of messaging that we cannot, women, men, our culture, however, cannot mix traditional with new fads, new fashions, so forth and so on. And so I think what you may be saying is that, hey, we can bring the balance and we can bring the surprise. It doesn't have to be dead, you know what I'm saying, and boring. So divas
Absolutely.
In the kitchen, that's such an powerful statement. Do you understand what I mean?
Absolutely. And it's crazy because in the times that I grew up, of course, my grandmother didn't dress up in the kitchen or do any of that, but the purpose behind it was she was always in the kitchen. And that's how I learned to cook. That's what I was used to. And, when I got older and I got married and had kids, I'm like, okay, this is something that women don't do anymore. I noticed that a lot of women that I was around, they would go out to eat like every other day. They never cooked. And I was like, okay, something's wrong with this picture. And then the men would complain about not having someone to cook for them. They want to come home sometimes from a long day at work and have a home cook. It may not be every day. It may not be your passion like it is mine. However, sometimes it's necessary. Mm-hmm. So my main goal is to bring that back to the community and let women know that you can do this and you can be empowered and feel sexy doing it.
Now,
and that'll make it even better.
Talk a little bit about this event that's coming up. We want everybody to pay attention to the details of this event. Another Divas in the Kitchen event. And are you doing this like once a year or once a quarter? How's this rolling out?
We do it twice a year. Typically, we try to shoot for March and late September. Mm-hmm. Actually, our goal is to do one in North Carolina, and then, the one in March is typically done in North Carolina, and then in September, we'll do it somewhere else. I know we're shooting for either Atlanta or Maryland for September of this year, so stay tuned for those details. However, the one on March 29th will be in North Carolina, so if you can make it out, I would love to see you out there. We're going to have a celebrity chef there. We're partnered with a huge exotic company in this area called Adam and Eve. So they're our partners in this, and they will also be there. We'll have other vendors there as well. So it's just a way to get women together, to empower them, have a little fun, do some intimate talking. They get to take pictures with the celebrity chef, see how food is prepared firsthand, in person. And actually, this show is going to be recorded for my TV show. We have a TV show coming up. So March 29th will be a live recording. So that's another excellent reason to be there. You played that down. Be on TV.
You played that down. It's like you're so modest with it. Like, okay, first of all, let me announce it. This is a live recording of Divas in the Kitchen, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies, this is an event that you cannot miss. I know it's a bit past February 14th, Valentine's Day. Men, I know it's a bit past the, Valentine's Day, but the season is still there. The reason is love is always in the air. You know what I'm saying? So listen, guys, this would be the perfect gift to give your ladies who are outside of the Raleigh, North Carolina, Charlotte area. For instance, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Florida, you know what I'm saying, other places, you want to come to this Divas in the Kitchen. Now tell them exactly how they can get tickets.
Absolutely. They can go on our Facebook page, it's Divas in the Kitchen. The Eventbrite is just divasinthekitchen.eventbrite.com. They can always Google it. We're on Twitter, DITK 2013. We're all over Facebook. Our email address is just divasinthekitchen2013 at gmail.com. And those are pretty much all the avenues of ways that they can get tickets. If they're local, they can always go to our email address and contact us. And we also have portable tickets that we can bring to them if they have like a job or an event or a meeting or their church and they just want some tickets there to sell. We have those as well on hand. So there's so many avenues that we can get you there. We can make it happen. You just do your part and contact us, and we can get you there.
Listen, when we come back from the break, we want to talk about the experience. The experience. Divas in the Kitchen, the experience when we come back from the break. Stand by, okay? We got Shavannah Moore, everybody. This is SIBN Atlanta. My name is Marcus Salette. You guys stand by.
You're listening to SIBN Radio, powered by Salette USA TV. Tune in 24/7 at www.415-96radio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Salette USA TV and on Facebook at www.facebook.com Salette USA TV.
It's not enough to have material wealth. The measure of a man or woman is from the inside out and not from the outside in. Don't trick yourself. You will wreck yourself trying to impress others and trying to keep up with the Smiths and the Joneses. It's about time that you start looking at the finish line. And at DCC, we offer the hardest core motivation, daily inspiration for your spiritual foundation that you can find. Why? Because our philosophy is simple. We are the common denominator in every situation.
All right, you guys, we're back here. SIB in Atlanta. I got Shavannah Moore in the house talking about Divas in the Kitchen. Talk about the journey. The journey, because you are so modest. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this event is so off the chain. And Miss Moore, you're so modest.
Well, thank you. Well, let's just say the journey has not been easy. One thing about it is when you have in anything that you do, I always recommend that people get a mentor. That's one thing that has absolutely helped me to the fullest. I feel that I wouldn't be as far as I am now without having someone to look up to and someone to kind of guide me through this industry, and really believe in my passion. So, and one thing about me is when I see the need for something, whether it's in the community, at home, at work, whatever it is, I try to do something about it. I don't just sit there and talk about it. I make it happen. So the journey with Divas in the Kitchen, of course, has been a long journey. I just thank God that we're finally here. We're on the map, and we're ready to take over the world and empower women all over the world. So soon we will be in your city, and I ask that you guys just kind of, pray for us and keep us uplifted as we travel and go on our journey, and just encourage us and continue to support. Support is everything. Without my supporters, I will not be where I am today. So I thank you all, and the journey is not an ending journey. It's going to continue to go on and on and on. So I'm just very excited about it, and I'm ready to see what the future has to hold, not only for myself and my company, but for other women. We're actually changing lives here. It's not just an event that we're doing to have fun.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to get to. I was reading it right here off the marketing sheet that your marketing PR person sent me. This evening is an evening with Divas in the Kitchen, commencing with VIP treatment, VIP atmosphere, service, private drinks, fashion, models, entertainment. This is a one-of-a-kind event. You're not going to find this, ladies and gentlemen, every day. You're not going to find this everywhere. And really, if you was to see this on television, you would have to have a serious $5,000 ticket or know somebody on the inside of production to get there. So,
exactly.
Exactly. I mean, so because when they get there, they're going to see excellence. They're going to feel like a VIP for sure, even if they didn't have VIP tickets. But listen, getting back to that, you got general tickets, you got VIP tickets, and you got vendor space, perhaps one. Tell them once again, give them the links. I want you to give them the Facebook, the Twitter, and also the event link to purchase tickets one more time.
Absolutely. On Facebook, you can just find us at Divas in the Kitchen. On Twitter, it's at DITK2013. And the Eventbrite is just Divas in the Kitchen at eventbrite.com. And you can go there, or you can go to our Facebook and Twitter or inbox us and leave a message and say that you would like some tickets to be shipped to your job or wherever you are located if you have a meeting or anything coming up, and we'll do that as well. And
do you have a phone number?
Yes. Our number is 919-627-2841. And that is our office line, so you can give us a call anytime, leave a message, and someone will definitely contact you within 24 hours.
All right. Thank you so very much for coming today. I know you're really busy. And shout out also to all the sponsors for Divas in the Kitchen. Listen, it's time for you ladies that are listening to return to diva status. I need some help right there. And so if they need some help, this would be the perfect event. Now, it's only twice a year, so you want to start the year off right. You don't want to wait until the bottom half of the year, you know what I'm saying, trying to fix everything. You want to be in intervention and pre-intervention status, you know what I'm saying, intervention status. So
exactly.
Get your tickets.
And not to mention, Marcus, let me throw this out there really quick. Ladies, there's going to be a live TV recording. Like, you can't go wrong with that. And then you're also going to get wine and dine. Our models take care of you from the time you walk in the door to the time you leave the event, so you don't have to do anything unless you have to get up to use the bathroom. They provide your water for you. They provide your wine for you. They throw everything away. Like, you're literally being catered to and being shown how to cater to someone else in a different aspect. So,
and that's what I was saying.
It's a phenomenal event.
It's VIP. I mean, I wish you could have had this closer to February 14th, but I understand production and all that. But listen, I want everybody to know we got to start celebrating love and empower people beyond holidays. And so that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Listen, this Divas in the Kitchen this is not going to one of your local 5-star restaurants. This is 10 times beyond that. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. So get your tickets. If you need information, by all means, go ahead on and jump and give them that Facebook one more time, and then we're out of here.
Sure. It's just Divas in the Kitchen on Facebook, divasinthekitchen.eventbrite.com, and at Twitter, it's at DITK2013.
Hey, and do you need some help spelling diva? Let me help you. DIVAS. In the kitchen. All right. This the coach. Thank you so much, Dr. Moore. We appreciate you working on this thing, trying to help folks empower themselves and return to what used to be traditional. To cook up a meal, to move a man to not just look, but move a man to change from the inside out. Thank you so very much for all the work that you do. This is SIBN Atlanta. Until next time, whatever you do, follow us on Twitter. Dr. Moore, stay on the line. Stand by.
Now is the time. Have your radio show on SIBN Radio. You're ready to share your message with the world. Then call 404-910-5019. That's right, call 404-910-5019. Producing your radio show on SIBN Radio. For more information, dial 404-910-5019. That's right. 404-910-5019. Now is the time.